these two mortal hands, I hold the broken chair. Behind those doors, there are shattered dreams and bruised egos. It's June the 23rd, it's day 31, and this is Big Brother's little brother. Hello, everybody, and welcome to today's Big Brother's Little Brother. Very exciting show today because on Friday night the bookie's favourite Spencer finally brought a breath of fresh air to the house. You see what we did there? And became the fourth housemate to be given the Big Brother boot in the most electrifying eviction ever. He'll be here live in the Little Brother studio later on. But first, as always, here is Little Brother's enormous news. Indeed. For the second week running, Alex won the last night's task, the staple of 5-year-olds everywhere. It was musical chairs. He was crowned king of the rich, but had the daunting task of choosing 3 other housemates to live with him in a land of luxury. Take a look.
Come on. Don't want to. You know it's going to be like that. I've done it once before. I don't have to do it again.
High action clip. As a result of the task, the rich housemates looked forward to a week in the lap of luxury. However, the threat of being caught short, if you know what I mean, soon wiped the smile off their faces.
Oh God, there's not even enough toilet.
Oh my God, that is all we've got.
Well, we've got to tell them.
Haven't they given you any?
No.
No. I say, you know Alex has got problems going to the toilet as it is.
But I don't anymore. That's the problem. I'm in there all the time now.
You're in there going to poop. Number 2 all the time.
Oh, Jade there full of tax as always. And meanwhile, as if the prospect of basic rations weren't enough, a serious shortage of toothpaste has left the poor side looking a bit down in the mouth.
So next week we're not going to have any toothpaste,
So we need toothpaste.
You do need to order toothpaste still.
Yeah.
Because I've run out of toothpaste. Johnny really run out of toothpaste, and we're all sharing Sophie's tube.
Okay.
She's got like half tooth, so we've got none left, so we might as well order some for the problem.
I just see your towel and I thought that it was going to get really wet.
Yeah, it's damp. It's damp. It's cold. It's so cold. It's damp.
Freezing outside.
All right, who better to talk us through last night's game of musical chairs, more of a case of wrecking chairs than Big Brother fanatic and Big Brother website contributor Eve Pollard. Hello, Eve. How are you?
I'm
You look
fine.
charming today.
Thank you very much.
Excellent. Is my collar all right? I was a bit worried about it.
Lovely, darling.
Is that
Jade
right?
will love you when she comes out. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, dear Lord. OK, first things first. Let's check your credentials. How many hours a week do you spend watching the
Well, now I'm writing for the website. You know, you've got to watch to know what they're doing, but I find it's not worth watching much in the morning here, is it?
Right,
I mean,
yep, true.
things get more active after lunch.
A lot of laps to the pool in the morning, that's all it seems to be.
Well, laps in the pool, not very much going on, and often very silent laps in the pool, aren't they? They're not sort of playing in the pool. And they're just keeping the beautiful bodies beautiful. So it gets better. The best time is to watch about 2 in the morning if you want to stay up.
Really?
Yeah.
And are you disciplined enough to do that? Can you do that? Because
I often come in from a party and my husband says we're going to bed now, and I say no, I've got to watch Big Brother.
Yeah,
I think it's quite interesting. I'm going to miss it.
A lot of people say to me, you know, I've been up, I was up last night, I was just watching, hoping something might happen, and the next thing I know, it's like 5 o'clock in the morning.
Oh no, I won't stay up for hours and hours and hours, but you can usually tell. It's either moving, there's something going on in the house, or it's all a bit pleasant and a bit dull, and you think, right, tomorrow, boys.
So you saw last night's task. What did you make of it?
Well, I thought it was a task that Jade was up to, so I thought that's where they were pitching it.
In what respect? Are you thinking, like, body mass?
Simple, straightforward. No, I'm not going to be horrible about Jade's body. I think Jade's body is quite sexy.
I do. It's curves. Curves rule.
I told you about that collar. You'll be okay
It's
here.
the way women should be, in my opinion.
Absolutely. But, I mean, no. I just think it was very simple, very obvious. You know, there could be no discussion, I think, about who would win.
Big Brother's taste in music. Thoughts
Sad,
there? Yeah,
sad.
I
I mean, something funky, something sexy would have been fun. These kids haven't heard any music for weeks, except for terrible stuff.
We actually
playing.
played Come on Arlene to them. It was a direct result of this show. They got to hear Come on Arlene in there.
Did they? Because that's what they wanted, was it?
Well, probably not. That's not the point.
But at least
Okay.
it's got a beat.
First out, Johnny was first out after a discrepancy with Jade over who sat on the chair first. Here's that moment in slow motion. As you can see now, there's Johnny going for it. Jade absolutely not having any of it. Whack! Straight out of the way there. Johnny Was only ever going to be one winner of that contest.
Well, you see, this is what this programme's all about. I mean, Jade has more front than Brighton, doesn't she? And so if you are going to go for it, you've got to go for it and you've got to sit there, look up with that baby face, and nobody's going to take it away from you.
She has got that great face, hasn't she?
She has.
I mean, and she can turn those waterworks on like that.
She's very good at crying. She's the best crier I've seen for a long
She
time.
turns a corner when she starts crying, though.
Well, she sort of makes everybody feel protective towards her, and it's worked, hasn't it?
So you don't think she was cheating there, no?
No, it's one of those things that
Gamesmanship.
happens. Gamesmanship, yes.
All right, now, Alex and Tim scramble over the winning chair. Let's take a reminder of that, what can only be described as a comedy moment. OK, there we go. There's Alex. Tim falls over, and in a kind of Rocky Balboa way, doesn't make any attempt to get up whatsoever, and actually does an Italian, like, footballer-style roll over. That was absolutely awful.
That boy's had a lot of expenditure on his schooling to learn how to do that, you know. Both of them have, actually.
I mean, that was obviously deliberate. I mean, Tim's fall over was just rubbish.
Well,
wasn't it?
Tim wants to not... He's still got a front up, hasn't he? Tim hasn't been in here as long as the others, so he's still trying to pretend bella figura, I'm not going to rush, I'm not going to scramble.
Yeah.
But, of course, he lost out.
OK, so Alex won the task and picked these people. Give us your opinions on them. PJ first. Lived on a poor side ever since the divide went up 2 weeks ago. Why
I
did he
think
pick it?
if he hadn't picked poor PJ, I think he probably thought he'd get knifed in the middle of the night. I mean, I really do think... I think he felt sorry for PJ. I mean, PJ has been moaning, hasn't he, about the food and
Incessantly.
everything. Incessantly. And I think he thought, well, let's give the guy a break. I'll have PJ as a change.
Well, I mean, it's a great thing for PJ at the moment. They're cooking a big roast chicken right now. It's probably his first.
He's going to be very, very happy,
Absolutely.
isn't he?
Adele. Why Adele?
Well, first of all, they have a little thing going. I don't think it's sexual, but they are very alike. They're the beautiful bodies of the house, apart from Sophie, who's also got a beautiful body. They're the cleaners, they're the fixers, they're the cookers. They like each other, and he loves it that she cuddles him. He misses cuddles.
Yeah. OK, and finally, he had to choose between Kate and Jade. He chose Jade. Do you think he made the right decision?
He had no other way to go. He does not like Kate. Kate and he do not get on, have not got on from the very beginning. He could not be untrue to himself. But of course he must feel very guilty because he didn't choose Tim. Because he and Tim had that look between them when they were the last two, which is more or less, I'll choose you and you'll choose me. And this just shows you how ghastly men can be.
Well, I mean, Johnny picked Tim, I think, as his second choice.
Yeah, he did. So he was gone. Well, I think Johnny thought, I've never got really close to this guy. Let's see how it works.
Kate was genuinely gutted, wasn't she?
Well, I think Kate, who's probably always been the most popular girl at school, probably thought, why have I not been chosen first? Kate's got to raise her game now, because Kate came into the thing as the beauty, as the glorious one. If she can attract Tim in some way, she's got a future. Otherwise, I think she's a bit lost.
Well, Tim and Kate are in bed, obviously not together. Not obviously, but just not together at the moment. I've just been told in there. And what about Tim? I mean, Tim just has gone on record. His audition tape, for crying out loud, said, I hate my two greatest fears of being poor and ugly. He's certainly poor for the next week.
Yes.
If he hasn't brought that much with him, the ugly thing is open to debate. I have no opinion.
Oh, no, he's quite good-looking.
You think he's a good-looking man?
If you don't know him well, I think he's probably very good-looking. He's going to have to raise his game as well. But, of course, it's difficult for him. He's the new boy. He's going to have to get involved. He's going to have to become more imaginative. And I want to see him. I know he's got a glamorous girlfriend, but I want to see him flirt a bit.
Yeah.
And if he doesn't, and he won't flirt with Sophie, I don't think. So if he flirts with Kate, they both may get rather more exciting than they are.
More from you later. Thank you very much. OK, so just how many days in a row did Spanky wear the same pair of underpants? Did he really have the hots for Kate? If you've got a question or even a marriage proposal for our Spencer, give us a call on these numbers. If you'd like to call us at Big Brother's Little Brother, then phone 09011 call BBLB. That's 09011 2255 Or you can email us. The address is bblb@channel4.com, bblb@channel4.com. Or you can text us. Just stick the word studio at the start of your message and send it to the Big Brother text number 83188. On Friday night, we had the mother of all evictions as Alex and Spencer battled it out to avoid a date with Davina. Are they mad? Little brother couldn't resist muscling in on all that fantastic action, so we went behind the scenes to find out exactly what happens to the housemates once they've been evicted.
Spencer's coming out and we are moments away from losing it!
My evening so far has basically just been overwhelming. It's the only word I can use to describe it. Now I'm just looking forward to unwinding and having a couple of beers with my mates. Thank you. Good night.
Nice that, classy. I like that. Okay, now Spencer Lee Smith, aka Spanky, has had the weekend to recover from his Big Brother ordeal. He's hopefully had time to hose himself down. Ladies, I suggest you hose yourselves down because it's coming right after the break. Welcome back to Big Brother's Little Brother. I hope you're very well. It's day 31. Just a update right now. On the rich side, they're enjoying a Sunday roast. I believe is chicken, although it might be some other form of fowl. The poor side are in bed. I believe they are the single beds on the poor side, not sleeping anywhere else, such as the vegetable patch. Now, Friday night's eviction was nail-biting stuff. Over 2.7 million votes were cast. Very impressive. Over 1.5 million for Spencer, over 1.2 million for Alex. So with that in mind, the moment has come. Ladies, get ready to throw your bras on the set. Good, they're getting ready, that's nice. Fathers, lock up your daughters. Daughters, steal the key from your fathers, unlock the house and get down here and throw your bras on set also. It's the king of cool, it's Spencer Lee Smith.
Hello, Dan.
How are you?
Fine, thank you.
Can you just stand up there, just for a second? Oh, he's quite a fit lad, isn't he? Look at him. I feel like Oliver Reed in Gladiator. Look at that, lovely. OK, take a seat.
Thank you.
How are you, all right?
Yeah, I'm fine. A little bit tired.
Yeah, well, how's it been going since Friday night? We just saw the VT of Friday night. I mean, it looked like quite an insane night anyway, and I don't think anyone can understand that kind of experience. What have you been doing since then?
It's just busy the whole time. Basically, didn't get any sleep the night I came out, and spent the whole next day doing bits and bobs.
Is this party bits and bobs? Party?
Not particularly. Yeah.
You had a lot of friends down on Friday. So I imagine that they spent Friday
did
night
stay through. Not all of them, but they stayed through.
Well, how was the first hot shower stroke bath? I mean, it must have been...
I was having hot showers all the time through the watering can, you might have noticed.
Through the watering can? They were hot showers?
Yeah. What do you think we used the watering can?
Well, I just thought you got water and you just did the whole cold shower thing. It's been quite nice outside. I thought that...
There was a cold shower there, though.
How was the first hot shower in a mechanical... bathroom scenario?
It was lovely.
Good, I'm glad to hear it. Now, you received 55% of the public vote, yet, and this is inexplicable, you've been top of the popularity poll since week 1. What do you think happened?
I don't know. People I've met in the hotel, actually, last night, a lot of people were like, oh, well done, mate, we didn't want you to go out, thought you were really great and everything. Oh, excellent, did you vote? Nah. Another person, oh, nice one, mate, did you vote? Oh, no, I didn't.
So you think voter apathy?
Yeah.
What's happening to this country?
All of Alex's fans seem to have telephones.
Do you think it's the fact that... Comedy. Do you think it's the fact that Alex is pure comedy and people, when they watch him... I mean, look at him now. You can't... Look over there.
Yeah, God.
There you go. I mean, do you think there's a certain element where people just think Alex's whole actions... I mean, there he looks like some sort of cockatiel.
Yeah.
His actions are a comedy themselves and people want to keep that in.
I haven't watched anything... This is the first bit of Big Brother I've seen, to be honest, since I've come out, and I haven't looked back on any of the recordings from it, so I don't know. I mean, the way I perceived him is probably totally different to you lot.
How did you perceive him?
Went through phases. Started off just thinking he was a whinging git and didn't have much time for him, and then...
Where did you go from there?
Well, started to really like him, and then you start moaning again, and then you just get to this level where once he moans, you just ignore him and get on well with him when he's in a different mood.
Yeah, okay.
I quite liked him.
It was his second time he escaped eviction. What do you think his secret is in the public perception? I mean, the first time with Alison was only 1,027 votes.
I was hoping you could tell me.
I think... Do you really want me to? I think that it's that people... by Series 3, I think people have cottoned on to what makes quite comedy television. And I genuinely think most people we spoke to were quite gutted that you and him were up for eviction. But I think that a lot of people backed you to win the whole thing. Oh, are you listening to me?
No, not really.
I think a lot of people backed you to win the whole thing, and whereas, you know, I think people just want him in there for a lot of comedy element.
Yeah.
That's my reason. Now, one of the reasons...
something else?
Sorry?
Can we talk about something else?
Yeah, sure. Hang on a second, I'll just check what question 5... Yes, all right, yes, you can. One of the reasons you were nominated was your perceived constant laziness. Do you think you survived eviction if you'd been more helpful around the house? Or...
I was very helpful.
Or,
Lies.
let me finish.
Go on.
Or do you think it's just the fact that you're very laid back about what you do?
Yeah, B.
Moving on. Your lack of...
I made all the fires.
I know that.
I was on with
hearing
dirty
it.
hands and burnt fingers and...
Who do you think is the laziest person in the house then?
PJ.
By a long way, or
Yeah.
in what way? He moans, or I mean,
when you're on the poor side, doing jobs isn't a bad thing. You know, I think people prefer to. Kate seemed to enjoy cleaning before I came out, which we obviously encouraged. I was quite happy to make fires and things. PJ was quite happy
I
just
know
to
you
eat.
hated the poor side, but you did seem to hunker down and just get on with it. And when Alex picked last week, I mean, PJ gave out about it a lot, but you didn't seem to say anything, to be honest with you. You just seemed to just sort of get on with it.
Yeah, I did moan quite a lot, but there was nothing else, nothing you could do about it, really.
Sure.
Just had to get on with
But
it.
you didn't enjoy it at all.
No, not really. Like living like
seemed-
an animal.
It just always seems that the people on the poor side always seem to sort of get on better, and people on the rich side seem to argue.
Does it?
That's some of the highlights I've been seeing. Right, your lack of domestication was illustrated when you decided to wash your white vests by boiling them in a pan with dark underwear. Spotting your faux pas, Sophie came to your rescue. Let's take a look.
How long has this been sat in that bag, Spencer?
Since I got here.
It smells
Geese, duck,
not
the lot.
dirty, but you know what it's
always
like?
like
It's
that.
got musty, yeah, and it's
don't
horrible.
like it. And you have to
Oh,
eat
I'm
it
sorry,
now.
if you've
I
got
just
my
don't like
washing machine,
things
you have this problem.
that like have like
Get
stood in
yourself
the
to
kitchen and popped and skinned and everything and got all the giblets out and stuff.
And you see the feathers on the floor.
You can just smell it on your fingers, yeah.
No, they don't stink, they're just musty.
It's just musty because they've been sat in that bag.
Now, I have to say, over the last couple of weeks, I've met your mother. She's an attractive woman. She seems like an intelligent woman. She seems like the woman who taught you how to do all that
married
sort of
woman.
stuff. Yes, I know. I met your father as well, and he's a big lad.
He is.
Why weren't you doing your own there? I mean, was this just an elaborate plan? You were just saying.
Yeah, the girls seem to enjoy doing the washing, so I thought I'd let them do mine.
And so, that was almost as soon as
Very
Sophie
kind
came.
of me more than anything.
Of course. That was as soon as Sophie came in, right?
I don't know, I can't remember.
Okay, cool. Well, just a couple of stats for you. It took you 14 days to wash your clothes, and you only wash once. You only wash your clothes once in 29 days.
When you say 14 days, I basically used up all my clothes, and then they were all washed. Then, with Sophie, did all my pants and socks and everything.
So, really, one wash was enough.
Well, yeah, and then I went on to the peasant side, didn't I?
Fair enough.
So there's no need to.
OK, now one person who wasn't afraid to get up close and personal to you was Kate. Let's take a look at one of those intimate moments you shared. I have to tell you, this isn't real life, this is an edit.
Smile, though your heart is breaking.
Hi, they're going to put a fence up that high.
Want to get married, Kate?
Now, you look like the kind of guy that would ask pretty much anyone to marry him in a kind of flippant, offhand, jokey way. Will you marry me?
No.
Kate was distraught
System,
after you
right?
left. How do you think she'll cope without you? I mean, people seem to, you know, buddy up.
I don't know, I'm sure she'll be fine.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Do you think she's got what it takes to win it?
Yeah, potentially. But I think it's probably going to be Alex now.
OK. Now, you and PJ became the likely lads, or the Ray Mears of the Extreme Survival Big Brother house. This is what he said about you when you departed.
I'm looking for a new dad. I stood today in the diary room. He's like my dad.
Yeah, so.
Cooks my bread and that in the morning. So if anyone wants to take that role, the more than welcome.
PJ's a weird one because you sort of like you seem to sort of get together then. Earlier on, you in the show you seemed to get on very well with Sandy when you first joined the house, and you took a step back very much. Was that when you first joined
Sandy?
The house? From everyone. I think,
Yeah,
when you
I
first
mean,
joined the
I think
house.
everyone was nervous. I certainly was, and they all sort of dealt with it in their own different ways.
Were you nervous? Because you didn't come across as
I was,
nervous
yeah.
at all.
It was
You
a
just
weird
came
type
across
of nervousness. I just didn't really know what was going on. But a lot of them seemed to entertain themselves by playing games and that, but I really wasn't my cup of tea to start with. So I was quite happy that Sandy was there and someone just to sort of sit outside with.
Yeah, sure. And did sort of PJ feel like void when Sandy had gone? Because PJ, once again, is a relatively chilled-out guy.
Not really, because by then you're sort of progressively getting to know people better.
Sure.
I mean, everyone tries instantly to become everyone's best friend within the first couple of days, and it just doesn't work like that. And a lot of the attitude was, this is wonderful, I've made 12 new best friends. It's just, no, you haven't. And, you know, that's why I think I spent a lot of time.
Out of the people in there, and I don't want names, but do you think you'll keep in touch with any of them?
Yeah, not all of them, but a couple of them.
OK. Now, last night, Alex picked PJ to live with him on the rich side. Do you think that's to make amends of what went on last week? And do you think that, with this in mind, PJ won't nominate him again?
It was probably less tactical than that. I think he just knew that PJ had just done 2 weeks and it was only fair to put him on the other side. I don't suppose there's much tactics involved.
Would you go back in if you had the chance, lastly?
Yeah.
On poor side?
Either way.
Okay, cool. Here's a quick reminder of some of your finest moments.
Hello, my name's Spencer. I'm 22 and I'm from Cambridge.
Do you think the viewers will get to know the real you?
Yeah. I don't think there's any way they couldn't get to know the real me.
I'm lazy when I'm loving, I'm lazy when I'm playing. I'm lazy with my girlfriend 1,000 times a day. I open up my mouth, air comes rushing out.
Oh, Spencer, you're such a pig.
I'm not particularly searching for love inside the house. If I can't find it in the outside world, then I can't particularly see myself finding anybody suitable in there at the moment. Looks. I like dark hair. I get the feeling that I will either be voted out reasonably quickly or I'll last towards the end.
Spencer.
Yes.
I have to say, that was the coolest walk of fame of all time.
Really?
Yeah, without meaning to, like, kiss your backside too much. The quick peep around the door and then a look back going. Was quite cool. OK, now, you're a man of few words. And how? And we feel we haven't really much unearthed much of the real Spencer. We've divided some scenarios to give give the viewers an insight into the mind of Spanky. Ready?
OK.
Right.
Fire away.
Dilemma 1. Thanks a lot for that. You're out for a night with your mates in a local nightclub. You find yourself surrounded by a group of adoring female fans. Don't leave me hanging. You know it happens, baby. Do you A, make a quick U-turn back to the VIP area where you've been sitting to sip champagne with new celebrity pals? B, invite them for a drink and regale them with tales of the Big Brother experience? Or C, make a beeline for the prettiest girl and take advantage of some of that newfound stardom?
Well, it depends on so many different factors, but probably somewhere in between B and C.
Somewhere between B and C. I can get an OK on that. B, C? Thanks. We move on to the second dilemma. Your Big Brother antics have made you a huge hit with the ladies, and a top women's magazine has offered you a vast sum of money to pose naked. Do you A, flatly refuse on grounds of decency? Do you B, agree, even though the magazine insists on you posing in an elephant posing pouch? Or C, jump at the chance to get your kit off and offer to do the shoot for free?
How much money is it?
How much money is it? Six-figure sum.
Six-figure
At least £100,000.
And I don't have to get my Johnson out, it's to win a little elephant pouch.
Can I get a confirmation on Johnson? No Johnson.
No Johnson, £100,000.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Rock the party, rock the party. Good man. And dilemma 3, after impressing the nation with your musical renditions in the house, oh yeah, you're invited to perform at this year's Glastonbury Festival, but only if you play Welcome to Our House. Do you A, jump at the chance playing to an audience of thousands, even though your credibility will go down the drain when you pull out the old penny whistle? B, agree to do it, but only if you're allowed to mime to a backing track? Or C, refuse to miss out on the opportunity to hang out with rock and pop legends backstage?
I'll do it.
You do it? That's a C. Thank you very much. Lights up, please. I can't speak for you, but I personally think that's an insight into the man behind the man. Spencer, thank you very much.
Thank you, Dermot.
Any questions you'd like to ask for Spencer? We've got 6 minutes for them later on, so please keep your calls coming in. Coming up after the break, an exclusive look around the homes of the housemates. We'll see you in a minute. Hi, welcome back to Big Brother's Little Brother. I hope you're all very well. The reason my voice is down here is because it's the most exciting day of the week. It's Sunday, and Sunday There you go. They're so fast asleep that we got away with that. We could have been taken off air for that. How mad is that? Anyway, OK. We're here to have a look at rich side, poor side. Thanks, boys. Appreciate it. Loving your work. On the poor side this week, we have Johnny, Sophie, Kate and Tim. 3 of them are asleep. Whereas, over here, and I don't want to do this so I get rid of my natty hat ornament, we have the rich side. At the moment, cooking and enjoying a chicken dinner. As you can see there, as well as Jade, we have Alex doing a bit of clearing up. PJ, very happy. and Adele are now over there. In fact, Jade looks like she's suffering a little bit of wind. Bless her. And now she looks like she's trying to make herself sick. And she's just looked over here, which really freaks me out. Okay. Hang on a sec. Shh, 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 shh. Fantastic. But one question everyone from the likes of Darwin to Confucius has asked in the history of time is, how did they get here? Here's how.
Big Brother has set up 7 chairs in bedroom 1. They should not be touched until the start of the task. Big Brother will play music into the house in bursts of exactly 30 seconds.
Oh my God.
The housemate left without a chair to sit on will be eliminated from the game. The first housemate to be eliminated from the game will be the overall loser and will live on the poor side of the house. The last housemate left in the game will be the overall winner and will live on the rich side of the house. The winning and losing housemates will then take turns to pick the housemates one by one. It's a close one.
Do you want to toss a coin or something?
Jade's on up more.
Oh, here's one.
It's cool.
I've been eliminated from the game. This is Big Brother. Alex, you have won tonight's game and will live on the rich side of the house for the next 7 days. Johnny, you have lost tonight's game and will live on the poor side of the house.
PJ.
Sophie.
Adele.
Tim.
Jade.
All right, back nice and safe in the studio with Eve and Spencer. Even Spence, as I like to call them. Give us a little wave there, Eve. Thank you. Hey, happy families. It's been a dramatic week in the Big Brother house. There's been bitching, there's been backstabbing, loving and loathing. But is there only one person to blame? For example, a question I've been asked this week is Jade the root of all evil? Let's take a look at the evidence.
Adele don't drink, so fine, fair enough. Sophie come in here as a smoker and as a drinker. She's now saying, if you eat a bit of chocolate, I'm going to have a cigarette. No, you drink and you smoke because you want to. You don't think someone else wants to get fit. Spencer's just a pig. Oh, everything ends the way he eats, the way he speaks, the way he stinks.
My friend I actually thought I found here was a friend that I actually thought I could believe and trust. Then says to me that it's a disease. That
It's a football disease! You think I'm lying?
No, you told me it was a disease.
You dirty little grass, that's disgusting.
Yeah.
No wonder I got bullied. You deserve to get punched in the face the amount of times you did.
I'm a Nazi, ain't I?
Because you're a Nazi. Oh, do you know what? I've got no time for people like you. I'm a Nazi, so I think the whole world hates me.
OK, we're actually just having a debate here as to who would win in a fight out of Adele and Jade, which I'm loving.
I think Adele's fitter. I think she probably would.
I'd like to... I
You'd
don't know.
like to see that fight, wouldn't you?
I would, yeah.
In a pool.
I would.
Or wrestling in mud. Could they build a mud pit?
That could happen in the
I think
vegetable patch
Jade
after a
might
heavy
win it.
downpour, quite easily. OK, she's turned on PJ, she had a full slagger match with Adele, now she's attacked her closest ally, Alex, literally biting the hand that feeds her. She likes a bit of this. What is going on? What's she playing at?
I think that she does speak often before she thinks. You know, the brain has not been put in gear. But I think, I mean, the great thing about Jade is what you see is what you get, I think. And so she just lets... That's her activity. That's her babyshness. She just lets it pour out. And she gets away with it.
I suppose the one thing is, I mean, it is quite cathartic in a way, because if you want an argument, or she wants an argument, she'll just have an argument with someone, and at the end of that, that's that. Is that right?
Yeah.
I don't think she holds grudges. I mean, because I think she'll go with whoever... She's very clever. She senses where the opportunities are, where things are moving to. But if she feels hurt, out it comes. And she's very good at crying, as we were saying before.
Wow. Do you think she bears grudges?
I think she does remember things for a period of time. I don't know if grudge is the right word.
Do you think she's playing up the part of being the baby of the house?
I don't know if she's playing it up. I mean, she's living that role, but that's what everybody's classed her as, so you wouldn't really expect her to do anything.
No, sure.
But it makes everybody very protective towards her.
Yeah.
I mean, and since she had that, you know, the first week when she was nearly thrown out, That really frightened her. And so I think she thought, I've got to make these people love me. So the waterworks and the sort of babishness has worked terribly well. She hasn't been nominated twice.
I don't know how much I agree with that. I don't think she did change that much thinking. I think that's more of a Johnny thing to do, the line of thought to go down. Yeah, I don't think she... The chicken can. What was one of
cool, isn't it?
Yeah. What was I talking about?
You were talking about Jade and the fact that you don't think she's changed much. You think it was more to do with Johnny.
Yeah, I don't think she particularly changes much. I don't think she can be bothered to think about tactics or things like that.
Were you quite taken aback when you got evicted and the first person that came over and she turned on the waterworks? I mean, I'm not saying that was in any way insincere, but you were quite taken back as to how upset she was about it.
She'd already told me before we'd had the discussion, she was like, I'm going to cry if it's you and everything, and I said, oh, please don't, because this and the other, so I just kind of expected it because she told me she was going to.
All right, now her favourite catchphrase is chipstick. Here's a montage of her saying chipstick.
Chipstick. Chipstick. Chipstick.
Oh, chipstick.
Yes, face chipstick. Some chipstick. Chipsticks. Chipstick. 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 Chipstick.
Here we go.
Chipstick. 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 I've got chipstick standing behind the camera. Chipstick.
She has, in fact, searched chipstick a total of 97 times.
97 times.
One housemate who's been fighting the affections of the boys is Adele, in a really curveball way. First, she fluttered her eyelashes at Lee, and this week, making a beeline for Alex. A quick reminder here of her getting up all close and personal.
He's got a gorgeous smile.
We're going to get married, did you know that?
I just really want this to stop.
We're not snogging.
Not yet.
Beautiful thing, the most unlikely pairing since Chris and Billy, I'd say. They formed a mutual appreciation society. Big brother romance or just good friends?
I think just good friends. They are both the cleaners. They are both the organisers. They both like doing the big meals and all that together. And I think he loves being cuddled. He likes cuddles. But I don't think this is passion. I think this is friendship and a sort of recognition that they're not that dissimilar.
You agree?
Yeah.
You see this coming at all?
No, not really. I hadn't paid a great deal of attention to what Adele was up to.
Is it quite hard not to pay attention to people in the house, though? I mean,
no, it's very easy.
Is it?
Yeah.
But it's such a small place for, you know...
It's not that interesting in there at all. It's...
But I imagine wherever you turn, there's always someone in eyeshot. That's all I mean.
No, you can get away from everybody.
Really?
Yeah.
OK. You lived with them both for 4 weeks. Did either of those two confide in you in any way during that time?
Not really.
Not at all?
I don't remember.
Did she ever try and work her charms on you, Adele?
No.
OK, cool. Thanks, we're whistling through these. One housemate who doesn't seem to have formed a special bond with anyone is Geordie Johnny. Just a quick word on Johnny, what do you think?
Well, I think Johnny was shocked by his near eviction experience. I think that Johnny, as a cheeky chappie, thought he'd been forever. And I think he was horrified, I mean really horrified, down to his core when he was, you know, a nomination. So he's changed, hasn't he? He's thought, I'm going to become a more serious Johnny, I'm going to become a more thinking Johnny. And I think, I don't know, I think we're not seeing the real Johnny at the moment.
OK. Thank you very much, guys. Going to be speaking to you later on, because if you have a question for this young man, then just give us a call right now. If you'd like to call us at Big Brother's Little Brother, then phone 09011 call BBLB. That's 09011 2255 Or you can email us. The address is bblb@channel4.com, bblb@channel4.com. Or you can text us. Just stick the word studio at the start of your message and send it to the Big Brother text number 83188. The one thing our housemates miss most on the outside world is, of course, the comfort of their own homes. Am I right, am I right? Don't leave me hanging.
Yep.
Thanks. We're going to give you an exclusive tour around some of our housemates' homes. Eve, you're an official home snooper, which is our way of saying you're on Through the Keyhole. And Spencer, you spent 29 days inside the Big Brother house. You seem to be sketching. Is that me?
You.
Yeah. Thank you.
Carry on, just take that.
What we'd like you to do is tell us who you think lives in a house like this.
Vibrant colours in the bedroom suggest a bubbly personality.
This person is at home in a group. Tidy, well-appointed kitchen. Someone spends a lot of time here. So, who lives in a house like this? Okay, now we're going to do this in the classic sense. So you just ask questions, and the applause-mometer will tell you how close you are.
Well, I think that those bright colours don't belong to a girl, they belong to a bloke, because no girl would choose those colours unless they were in real sale mode.
There seems to be no applause coming
applause.
whatsoever.
Well, I'm wrong, so it's a girl.
Well...
OK.
It's not him, then.
Yeah.
Go on.
Was I particularly close to this person? It's not her, then.
I'd say no.
This is quite an efficient house. Is it somebody who's quite efficient in the house and quite tidy and neat?
Yeah.
Can I have a guess?
Yeah, sure.
Or do you want to have a guess?
That one.
Is it Adele?
Yes, it is. Very much a joint effort. Is that the way it's working?
Yeah, we're
working
doing
as a team.
well over here.
One team, one dream. Fantastic. Yes, indeed, it was Adele. OK, who is the mystery housemate number 2? Sports bag hanging on the wall. This person likes to keep fit. Blinds in the bedroom window. This person likes their privacy. White tiles in the bathroom suggest this housemate likes to keep things tidy. So, who lives in a house like this? Well, 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 who indeed lives in a house like this?
Is the sports bag particularly relevant? I know you've put it in there, but is it particularly relevant? Is it not particularly relevant?
Right, it's not particularly relevant.
So that would cancel out him.
This looks like a boy who lives with mum and dad. And they're looking after him. They're giving him a big television set at the end of his bed.
Not him?
This could be one way of keeping him out of the kitchen.
Could be him.
I don't understand what that means.
Well, I mean, and the white towels, that was a clue, I thought. Is that a clue, very strong clue?
That it's... Did the person...
It's Alex.
Yeah.
Yeah! Oh, man, can we do this? Can you come back every week? This is fantastic. All right, it was indeed Alex. Our last one, house number 3. Who lives in a house like this? There's a sun bed in the bedroom, so this housemate cares a great deal about their appearance. Unfinished decorating indicates someone who's slightly indecisive. Clean kitchen and minimal cupboard space suggest this housemate prefers their food delivered to the door. So, who lives in a house like this? Can't believe we got Lloyd Grossman to do it. Just terrific. OK, who lives in a house like that?
Do you want to have a go for
Is it a girl? She's still in the house. She says chipstick a lot. I don't know. Any ideas?
Well, if it's a girl...
Yeah.
It must be Jade.
Yeah, there you go. Congratulations, both of you. Thank you very much indeed.
Thank you.
I'm sure we'll be doing that again because it worked so unbelievably well. OK, at 10:24 last night, Alex won the musical chairs task and was crowned king of the rich side. He chose PJ, Adele and Jade to live with the king of the poor, whilst the king of the poor, Johnny, chose Sophie, Tim and Kate. Join us after the break to see how both sides are adjusting to their new living arrangements. There he is. Looking good, baby. Looking good. That's it. Oh, yeah. Oh, man, you are going to make some woman. But... Hello there, everyone. Welcome back to Big Brother's Little Brother. I hope you're going very well today. We are enjoying the show. We've got Spencer, we've got Eve Parler. I've only got Dave, who's one of our house producers there. Dave, don't say a word yet. Now say a word.
Hello.
How are things?
Very good.
Excellent. OK, the group, they're bearing up since Spencer, a.k.a. Spanky's eviction. Tell us, how are they doing?
They're doing all right, actually. The poor side has obviously felt it far harder. There haven't been perhaps the late-night chats that the poor side always used to have, probably when the rich side have gone to bed.
The halcyon days.
Yeah, those glory days of Spanky are perhaps gone a little bit, but they're doing OK. And PJ, if anyone, perhaps has come out of his shell. Now the shadow of the great man Spencer is gone. He's been able to be himself, I think.
The hosepipe incident.
Yes, Hosegate. Tim waking up first morning in the poor side, faced with the thought of a cold shower, used his noggins and basically got the garden hose, spent a long time, over an hour, trying to attach it to the the tap in the kitchen, which is warm, using... They tried to bend it
allowed
with a
to
couple
do
of
that?
spoons. We let it go because he didn't actually wreck it. There was no breakages. He tried to attach it using some plasters from the safety kit, the medical kit. It was all looking good. Turned it on.
An operation
an hour
of 18
later,
proportions.
Big style, burst everywhere. Couldn't
Oh,
take
no
the
way.
pressure, all over the floor.
So inside?
Inside.
So now they're
in the
poor
kitchen.
and wet.
And very slightly soggy.
Man, it's like Angela's ashes in there.
Very similar.
OK, now, you watch the housemates 24/7. What, in your opinion, are their most annoying habits?
I think, without exception, all of the housemates have talked about Sophie and the way every sentence starts or ends with the word mate. And I don't think you can get away from it. Everybody says mate because of it, and are slightly aggrieved when she keeps banging on about everything's her mate.
Is it like the case that you go home now, and your good lady wife, if you have one, if not, there's a very unlucky girl out there. Is it you go home and will you sort of repeat these things? Will you go home and say, hey mate, let's have some
I'll
dinner?
try not to. And the other one is awesome.
Yeah.
That's what Tim's brought. Everything is awesome, man. So, awesome, mate, terrible.
And you guys in the gallery here, you pick up these buzzwords, do you?
You can't help, 8 hours a day with your headphones on, a lot of mate about.
Mate, you've been awesome. Thanks a lot.
Cheers.
Appreciate it. Hold that for us. OK, yesterday we received this email from Margaret Hunt in Manchester. You might like this. Is it just me, or has anyone else noticed the disgusting noises made by Kate when she's chewing? Well, little brother looked into this and discovered she's not alone in these etiquette issues.
Oh, can I have that one to chew?
Pardon me.
Excuse-moi.
OK, there, I've just come out of there. I actually just walked like osmosis or something. It's fantastic. Big Brother's little brother, everybody. We have Spencer, we have Eve. Thank you very much, Spencer. You didn't print these off yourself, did you?
I did.
Thank you very much. OK, we've been ringing in, asking you to ask Spencer any questions you have. We should have Deborah from Leeds on the line. Hello, Deborah.
Hello, Dermot. Hello, Spencer. How are you all?
We're very well, thank you. You're all right, Deborah?
Yes, missing Spencer a lot from the screens and loving the show, Dermot.
Bless you. I know what a bard for the Spirit of Sanctum. OK, speak to us, Deborah. What's your question?
I just wanted to ask Spencer, if he was still in the house on Monday with the nomination process, who would he nominate and why?
Johnny and Alex.
Why so?
I haven't really thought of that yet. For similar reasons to why I nominated them before.
Too right.
Who would you
You
nominate?
agree with that?
Yeah, I agree with that, but I would actually nominate Alex and Adele.
I'm surprised you'd nominate Johnny. I always thought you got on relatively well with Johnny.
I've got a lot of time for Johnny in a certain sense, but in there, there's things about him I don't like.
He was absolutely mortified when he found... I know you know this already.
Yeah.
And you probably haven't seen the footage, but, I mean, to the point of, like, self-flagellation, he was absolutely mortified when he realised...
He tends to go from one extreme to the other, and that wasn't very appealing to me. I mean, the thing is, in there, you have to sort of look for negative things in people. You have to do it. And whereas things that I used as reasons that I didn't like about people wouldn't have, mattered at all in the outside world, but you have to look for them. So, as a bloke, he's decent enough chap, but in there, the way that he kept being up and down all the time, over the top, in this direction, in that direction, just didn't appeal to me.
If they go head-to-head, who do you think will go?
Who? Alex and Johnny.
Johnny, definitely.
I think that's probably true. What is interesting is Johnny's sort of lost, because I think he thought, as a cheeky chappie, he'd just go on being the cheeky chappie forever. And now he can't be the cheeky chappie, because he knows that irritates people. He doesn't know quite what to do.
I know, once Sandy said about Alison...
I think so.
People realised that it's too much, he's over the top, and Johnny was like, oh dear, have I been like this? And all of a sudden totally changes the way he's acting, which I don't think people are going to like particularly.
I do think... Well, the wind kind of came out of his sails, I think, when Sandy told him he didn't like him, flatly to his face, and in a very honest manner. And from then, he just really has been quiet, and then he was up for eviction the next week.
He's not used to being unpopular, and he doesn't
He
know
wants
how
to be
deal.
liked by every single person in there, and you can't do that. It's impossible. If you are liked by every single person, then you're not being true to yourself, I think.
Okay.
If you do manage to achieve that.
And that shows, you think, eventually. Not being true to yourself,
Deborah, thank you very much. Bruce from Christchurch. Hello, Bruce.
Hiya, Dermot.
How are you?
All right, thank you. Are you okay?
I'm flying, thanks. Go ahead, my friend.
Hiya, Spencer.
Hi.
Ever since you've been in the Big Brother house, you've been hit with the ladies. What is your secret?
Nice one, Bruce. You having a bit of trouble scoring nowadays?
I don't know, Bruce. All I've done is sit around and do nothing for 4 weeks, and they seem to like that, so try that, haven't they?
Can I genuinely say, Bruce, that's probably not a great lesson for life. But, I mean, use it for a week, see what happens.
Because it's from my friend from Dorchester. He's having trouble with ladies, you see.
Right, no, lovely. The old friend from Dorchester line, Bruce. Nice touch.
I'm going to set up a school.
OK, Karina from Bedfordshire. Hello, Karina.
Hello, Dermot.
You all right?
Hello, Spencer.
Hi. Karina, with that lovely velvety voice, I bet you have no trouble with the men whatsoever. But what's your question for Spence?
I just wanted to ask Spencer what he would have done with the money if he'd have won.
Good question.
We weren't allowed to talk about that in there, were we? So, no, I'm not going to say I didn't think about it, because I did. I don't know. I'd have attempted to do something sensible with the majority of it, and I would have pissed a lot of it up the wall.
Apologies at home for anyone who just heard that. I can't condone what you just said. Please don't say it again. Thanks. That's OK. OK, thank you very much, Katrina and Laura from Southampton. Hello.
Hi, guys.
You all right?
Me and my friend Sammy were wondering, since you're so laid back, Spencer, what did you really get out of your Big Brother experience?
I don't really know yet, to be honest. It's only been a couple of days and I haven't really had a chance to actually sit down and think about anything. But the whole thing was just doing it, was all this business.
Yeah, did you enjoy it?
Yeah, definitely.
Good.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you very much for all the callers. What was it that, just very, very briefly, that just made you apply? Because you don't seem to be certainly the sort of person that's obsessed with fame. We're off air in 30 seconds, so just very briefly.
Basically, as I said so many times, I've always been asked, why did you apply? And I've never really had a reason. I phoned up for a joke to annoy my boss, who was, it was an expensive phone line, and just went from there, basically.
Excellent. Eve, thank you very much. Spencer, I'm sure we'll see you again this week.
Thank you.
And that is pretty much it from us today. Late breaking news. Alex announced that he intends to shave off his beard because he thinks Jade thinks he looks like a granddad. We're back tomorrow, 7 o'clock, E4. Plus, we'll see you then. Take care.